And welcome back to my channel. I would love to say that the cat chronicles are over, but they're not. The last video you saw was me giving my cats a bath after they got stuck in the fireplace, and before that they got stuck in the wall. They did get stuck somewhere else after, as you can see by the title. So after I gave them a bath, my dad and I fixed up the fireplace, blocked it off. There's a gate there now so they can't get in, and even if they could get in, I can just easily grab them. It's not a big deal. We cleaned it up. And after a few days, they were obviously rattled, so I let them simmer down in the cat room again, and then after a few days I was like, okay, it's time. Like, I can't just keep locking them away in the cat room. I need to let them out. They need to get used to the house. About 2 or 3 days later, so I let them out of the cat room, and I always decide to do this in the evening because then I'm finished work and I can kind of monitor them for a bit. So I did that, and the first thing they did was go to their regular spots, like under the couch. They went next to the fireplace, realized the fireplace is not an option. One of them went to the closet downstairs where they had gotten stuck before, realized that wasn't an option. And I just kind of let them play. I could hear them like running around in the living room. They have some toys that they were playing with, so I thought, okay, these are good signs. When I woke up the next morning, it's always the next day where the trauma unfolds, but I woke up the next morning and I could only find Odin. I could not find Franklin or Mavro. And again, I thought this was weird because wherever they are, Odin can clearly fit but chose not to go wherever they are because Odin's small and Franklin's bigger. So now I'm like, where are they? And I'm inspecting every part of the house. I can't find them. I also like can't hear them. So now I'm walking through the house and I'm trying to be as quiet as possible, and I can barely tell the difference between, is the house breathing and just cracking, or like creaking with the floors, or am I actually hearing something? I kept coming back to the closet. My gut was telling me something was up with the closet, even though it was 100% like visually you could see. We patched up those holes. There's no way they're in that same spot in the wall again. I was working away and the office, I could hear like snickering in the floor, and I was like, oh my God, what is that? I would go run back downstairs and I could hear it again in the ceiling. So I started to piece together that I think these cats might be stuck in the ceiling. And I'm like, how could they have possibly gotten into the ceiling? Like, this doesn't make sense. I wandered back to the closet that we had patched up previously, and I looked up and saw that there was wall that was exposed up top. And if you were small enough and walked across there, it will bring you into the other room that is the ceiling of one of the bedrooms, and it's the floor of the office. I went into the bedroom and I started ripping down the ceiling tiles, and I could hear movement up there, and I'm like, oh my God, that's no squirrel, that's one of my cats. So my dad came over and we started ripping ceiling tiles down.
No. Just double check. Empty. 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 Next one over.
Here?
Yeah.
Franklin, you fucking idiot. Oh my God, he's looking right at me. After we had eyes and visual confirmation, like, yeah, they're up there, we're like, okay, what is our plan? How do we get them out? Because there's nothing for me to really reach. We had a curtain rod that we tried to extend and we could like try to poke them, but it was so far. It must have been like 12 or 14 feet where we're trying to go through this shaft in the ceiling with a pole and just trying to push them out, and all they do is get more grumpy. And so we tried a few different ways, but eventually the cats would scurry along the furnace and start heading towards a different room that we couldn't access through the ceiling. We were ripping walls down. It was just a freaking nightmare, to be honest. So we did that for about an hour and a half. It got to a point where we basically had to give up. And this was the first time out of all the times where they've gotten stuck where my dad was like, I've done all I can do. You just gotta wait now. You just gotta be patient. Like, I can't get them out for you. And I was like, oh. So that was really frustrating, and I felt extremely defeated. My dad left and the cats were still stuck in the ceiling. I tried planting a trap outside from like where they got in to like lure them out with food. They didn't care. And I just decided, you know what, like I have to trust that if they can get in there, then they can get out. They just don't want to get out right now. So I went to bed, and around 2 in the morning, I could hear like running, and I could hear snickering, and I could hear them talking to each other, and I was like, there's no way Odin's talking to himself. So I was pretty sure that they came out. So I busted out of my bedroom at like 2 in the morning. I'm in my PJs and I go down and I see Maverill hiding under the couch, and I see Franklin like run past me in the kitchen. I'm like, oh my God, they're out. So I run back downstairs immediately and I try to like half-ass close up the closet with this broken door. And I'm like, okay, there's no way they're gonna get back in just for right now. I scooped up all of them and I put them back in the cat room. So all is well. It was honestly like one of the most stressful things I've ever been through. In the next episode, I will show you taking Maverill to the vet for the first time. Hopefully the last, because it was a bit expensive. I'm gonna show you guys like taking them to the vet and his first car ride and all that stuff. So this house is finally cat proof, okay? I'm not gonna leave you on a cliffhanger and say like, tune in next time for where my cats get stuck. No, there's no more getting stuck. This house is good now. There shouldn't be any more issues, and I'm starting to see their personalities come out. They have their favorite spots in the house. They're getting used to it. They come into my room a little bit in the morning, and they play at the foot of my bed. So like, I know that they're getting more comfortable, they're warming up, and they're not terrified anymore, so that's good. So if you would like to see more of the Cat Chronicles, please like, comment, and subscribe. These cats are my life now. I will be putting out more episodes, and also I have a couple more other things planned, not part of this cat series, so if you'd like to watch those, stay tuned so I can end up in your subscription box. Thanks guys, and have a good one.